back to Heath Homestead. If you're new here, we're turning our little shed into a full cabin home here in southwest Arkansas. One project at a time, using what we've got, our sawmill and a whole lot of determination.
In the last few episodes, we've been working hard on the bathroom ceiling. We milled and planed our own boards. We stained and sealed them and started installing them in the ceiling one by one. We also dealt with a water leak last week and started prepping the garden after the first frost and shared a little bit of everyday life around here on our homestead. Today, we're picking up right where we left off. We finally got all the ceiling boards stained and polished. We put the rest of the ceiling up. I cleaned up around the camper and the garden. We had our first hard frost that week, and it hit pretty hard. It killed about everything out here. And Mark's made some progress on his sawmill. He's put up the beams on his shed that he's building over. Let me walk you through everything we've done this week. So the first thing we focused on this week was knocking out the last of the ceiling boards. I got them stained, sealed, and laid out to dry. After everything was cured, Mark and I started installing the final section of the bathroom ceiling. It feels really good to see this room finally coming together. Having that ceiling up makes it feel like an actual space, not just a project. We also set up a full time-lapse so you can see the entire ceiling going up from start to finish. This part took some teamwork. A lot of measuring, a lot of holding, boards over our heads, and a whole lot of laughing in between. But we got it done, and I loved how it turned out. Early in the week, I went outside and tackled the garden cleanup around the camper. The frost knocked back a lot of the plants pretty hard. So I pruned the pineapple sage, pulled up the summer plants, and got the beds ready for winter. It's always a little bittersweet, just part of the season. We also had some beautiful fall color on the property this week. I got some sunrise shots through the trees and a little footage walking down the driveway. I love this time of year here. Everything turns golden orange and it is just beautiful.
needs post off even putting a starting of a roof over my sawmill. I had these posts in the ground for a long time, and I just hadn't took the time to finish it. Just working on a little bit at a time, but I want to get it in the dry and out of the weather, because I'm going to have to cut some this winter and the weather's bad and raining. Roof on it, I at least can cut a little bit of timber while it's raining or whatever. Put some tarps around it, stay warm. I'm gonna rework it again. Gotta get these rails out here off, but I can't get my sawdust cleaned up. Messed up when I put it on that trailer there. Been a mess ever since. Good plan, just didn't work.
The trailer?
Yeah. Had it in my head I was gonna carry the sawmill to the wood that I cut and cut the wood at the, you know, on the site and all that. Alright, I can't get up here and break my neck.
I bet it zoomed in on your cut.
Huh?
I zoom it in on your cut.
That cut wouldn't work down. I'll zoom in on that. I'll fix it. Got it. Face cut that. Alright, now I gotta go get some long screw boards up here. When I put my beam up, I won't shove it off. Hopefully set my beams up on top of it this afternoon before it gets dark, I hope. Beam up here with the front end loader, it won't go all the way off and fall on my mill. Hold it up there. Makes sense?
So this is gonna hold your beams in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I get that beam over here with that tractor, it's gonna be way at the top of my mast. I've got to get this rail up. I got to cut this off. So I'm tripping over it when I'm pushing the saw head.
Yeah.
And I'm I can take my front end loader and scoop that sawdust out of there. This rail one in there. That ain't gonna take all that long to do. Torch and whack it off. I'm gonna set the mill down on some blocks, because I ain't never gonna move it again. That's a lot of it too. I was moving that mill quite often, so. The size of this?
Yeah.
Beam?
Yeah, are the beams the same width on each side?
Yeah, they're 7 by 9. That other one is 20-something foot long. This is going to be the top where the 2-4 is going to go.
Okay.
But I had to go heavy because I'm going such a wide distance. See, that was metal, so it covered the whole mill. You can get in and out, load your logs and unload your logs. Got to have this wide gap here to get your slabs off. You know, with your tractor, because your slabs, if you're cutting 18, 20-foot boards, you're going 18, 20-foot slabs, you know. And this, screw this on, then I put another one over here, screw it on to keep it up here. It's non-treated lumber, but in here, in the dry, it'll last 100 years. Lasts longer than I'm gonna be alive. Probably longer than no hobo freight mill gonna last. That's been a damn good mill. Ain't got no complaint. Does everything I wanted to do. Just like these Bauer, hobo freight Bauer. I've got every damn one of them end packs, and I mechanic professionally use them all day long. I've had DeWalt snap on, had them all.
He's seen something. He's got to get out of his way. I don't know if I'll miss that, mate.
My bucket was about a foot too deep to reach it, so I had to walk it in.
Yeah, but you're done good at it, though.
Felt like a slid.
It looks to me like they're touching.
I gotta push it back even the other one anyways, but
You know it.
pretty close.
It looks like they're touching to me.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put one up there to see how close my 2x4s are. I may have to cut some more 2x4. Repurposing the tin and the metal beams from the burnt house. Got a little smoke damage, but it's gonna be okay.
For a shed.
for a sawmill shed. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be a got plenty of slant, don't it? The rain to run pitch. Long span, 12 inches. I didn't want snow to build up. 12 foot between, which is all right. That's fine. But you don't want a real flat roof, because if it does snow, you can get out here and build a little fire or something, and it'll slide right off. Yeah, I like it. I think it'll work.
Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us today. And it means a lot to have y'all following along. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss next week's episode.